Bonjour, je suis Nicolas, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Passé Composé. The definition of the Passé Composé is a completed action in the past. We tend to think of the past tense as only one version, but there are many different versions of the past tense. Sometimes people want to describe what they used to do or what they were doing. The Passé Composé does not do that. It only describes exactly what happened. It's over and done with. There's two parts to the Passé Composé. The first part is a helping verb. There are two helping verbs. One is avoir, and the other one is être. Avoir is used much more frequently than être, but être is very special for a couple verbs, specifically 17 that are the most common. The second part of the Passé Composé is the past participle. And there are three generic types of past participles. There's one for ER verbs, one for IR verbs, and one for RE verbs. So for example, if I want to talk about something that I did, when I put this in the past tense, I would start off with j'ai, and the A is my helping verb. That's the first part of Passé Composé. The second part is thinking about what kind of verb I'm talking about. So for example, if I had a verb like manger, manger is an ER verb. ER verbs in the past tense involve crossing off the ER and adding an E accent aigu. So to put this together, I would say j'ai mangé. I ate. IR verbs are a little bit different. Let's take the verb finir. For IR verbs, we're just going to cross off the R. And what's left is our past participle. So for example, j'ai fini. I finished. RE verbs, like vendre, are the most different. We're going to cross off the RE, and we're going to add a U, so that it looks like this. J'ai vendu. I sold. Now, it's important that you know all the conjugations for avoir. You have j'ai, tu as, il a, nous avons, vous avez, and ils ont. These are important because they are all the different conjugations for the helping verb. So to review, we have a example of a sentence right here. J'ai mangé un croissant. It is a sentence put into the past tense. We have our helping verb right here. It's the conjugation of avoir. We have our past participle right here. We have an E accent aigu on manger because manger is an ER verb. If it was an IR verb, we would have an I at the end. And if it was an RE verb, we would have a U. This is just the beginning to understanding Passé Composé. We didn't talk about être or its conjugations or when to use it, or the wonderful Dr. and Mrs. P. Vandertramp that always helps us understand those. But this should be an introductory video that'll help you start to understand the Passé Composé. Au revoir.